For this segment, I'm going to be talking about something that sounds like a little bit businessy, but I have a lot of VTubers in my chat. Maybe they'll be interested in hearing my perspective on these things, and maybe hearing your perspective on these things. And that is about networking. But yeah, I'm going to be talking about networking and how I think my experience with networking with other VTubers and just streamers in general. But I think networking, I've noticed with a lot of like beginner streamers, a lot of times they always see it as something so businessy that a lot of people, especially in like the VTuber community, a lot of us are actually very socially awkward people. Me included. I had terrible like social anxiety when I was trying to get to know other VTubers or other streamers in general. I still get social anxiety, mostly because I've just always had it. It's just always been a thing. Doesn't even matter how long I've known you. I'll still be like, oh, but I'll be bothering this person if I just randomly message them one day for no reason. And the real answer is no. No, you're fucking not. And that leads into the next point that I would have about networking as well. Is like, in like streaming sphere, you gotta look at it not as something so businessy. Because I think that's what many people seem to look at it as, or try to think about it as. They look at it like you're trying to make it's a business or something. Like this is a transaction. It's like, no, you actually just really, it's just like meeting somebody and just talking to them, hanging out with them, trying to just legitimately get to know them. That's really like if somebody, like the easiest way I would ever tell somebody if they ever wanted to like collab with me or something, I would say ask me after you're willing to like, after I've like kind of like saw you, after I've seen you in my like chat, you know, talking in my streams and stuff like that. If I've been on your streams, 100%. If I've been in your chat, been on your streams, 100%. You are totally free to like that's like a free invitation from me telling you like to DM me if you want to. Because that's me legitimately trying to like get to know you and your content. Like what are you about? Like what are your streams about and stuff like that. And that's kind of what I also kind of just want other people to do with me as well. Just get to know me a little bit first before like you take a shot at DMing me a little bit. VTubing is not a business circle. It's a social circle. It's just a bunch of people who pretty much 90% of them have no business experience of any kind. They're just people. So like you have to ask yourself, you know, how did you get to know other people? A lot of times, a lot of the people that I take shots at getting to know, even though they've never popped into my chat before, are people that I have seen my friends hang out with. That I've seen my friends like talk to. Like Buzzspeak earlier, I just saw them earlier today. Like, I saw them hanging out on like my friend Vis's channel. And Vis is a very good friend of mine. I love her. And if she trusts like someone and, you know, has them on their stream, then I would be totally fine with also like talking to them as well, is how I look at it. That leads into like my next point as well, is try to get to know somebody that's like very, if you ever get a chance to, try to like legitimately make friends with somebody who is very social in the VTubing sphere. In because here's the thing, if you're like, remember what I said earlier about like how I said like VTubers and streamers in general are like very socially awkward people? If you're like at least if you're like a little bit social, like you're willing to just talk to people, if you're if you're legitimately like able to just talk to people, you would be surprised. You will become like a nexus for like other people to meet each other. Like my friend Sane, so many of my friends I've met because Sane talks to so many VTubers and gets to know so many people. I think it's really important to not make it a business, just be a friend. That's what I'm really trying to emphasize here is make friends. Make legitimate friends. Don't... The thing that always makes me afraid, especially whenever I talk to bigger streamers, the thing that always makes me scared to talk to them is the idea of, not that they're bigger than me or that they don't care about me. It's not that. It's the thought that they will think that, like, my fear is always, like, they'll think that I want something from them. That was a fear I've had for a long time. That it's like, oh, they'll think I probably want something from them, when really, I just want to get to know them. Really, I just want to talk to them. That's it. I don't want anything from them. I just want to talk. I just want to hang out. That's like the fear I think a lot of people have. And to which I would say to that, when you're talking, I would say just transparency is really the best thing. And also just actually like spending that time with someone. But I think that's really just what it comes down to, is just when your intentions are honest. That's what it really comes down to when you're meeting someone. Is honesty. And I think I know there's also that fear as well when it comes to networking, that you're gonna meet somebody as well that's like an asshole. You want to make sure you do vibe checks with people. Basically, just sit down, just talk to them, play a game with them, see how you actually feel about them. If they're cool, if they're actually in it for you, or if they're in it for like something else. That is always a good way. If you have that fear that, you know, somebody is not being like real with you. Because if they're willing to sit down and do that with you, it's a pretty good sign that they're being legit with you. That's basically what it's come down to for me now. Is I just try to vibe check people because I like to make sure I'm bringing someone on my stream that I can trust. Somebody that I have set proper, you know, just boundaries, because any good communication is when you set proper boundaries with people.